What's up with y'all, family? I hope all is well with y'all. The chosen ones and the ones that are not so chosen. The ones who are still, mysterious to this you know, intellectual power, y'all. Because everything you get is from within you, y'all. Everything outside of you is something that someone told you. But it only makes sense if you feel it's right within your heart, y'all. Because your heart knows what is true for your reality and for you. So before I get into this download, y'all, I'll come in this video with pure peace and protection, divine protection, y'all. If y'all watch this video, well, I'm sending that divine protection to y'all as well, because no matter where you're going in this society, y'all, we are celebrities, y'all. We are unknown celebrities to the ones in power, but to the, people that you may come across, or just to the ones that are regular civilians like yourself, y'all. You are the one-man show. You are the concert that everybody's talking about, y'all. You don't have to be no rapper, no musician, no actor. You don't have to be none of that bullshit that they came up with to enslave you. All you gotta do is have the right energy and the right mindset to walk outside, y'all, and attract everything, and it's gonna come to you, y'all. I want to get more on the law of attraction, y'all, because it works in my favor, and I live in it every day, y'all. I'm someone who's not necessarily broke, y'all, but I have what it takes to survive on my own and provide for myself, because I followed the teachings of the Most High. I live within myself most of the time, y'all, and I don't beg nor idolize anybody else. I might praise you, I might give you a peaceful energy in return, but I don't argue, y'all, and I'm not gonna waste my time, because your energy is the most vital, important thing in this world, y'all. Why would you want to give that away so freely or so accessibly, y'all? Especially if they don't deserve it, or if they're just trying to, walk all over what you are doing, y'all. They want a reaction out of you, y'all. When you go to the store, y'all, I bet there's 100 or 1,000 motherfuckers running in that bitch before you get a chance to even go in there, because it's like they smell sharks. It's like they smell blood, but they are the sharks, y'all, because they're dying. They're literally dead, and they feed off of what truly is living, which is you, y'all, because we are light, y'all. We activated our light, and that's what protects us. But that's what these motherfuckers are trying to feed off of. That's why you have to call your energy back. You gotta protect your energy. Literally, y'all. That's everything that matters in this world. But for people who are, don't have it so right now, y'all, or you're someone that's chasing money, or you're chasing people, or you're chasing things like a job or something that you love to do, you need to sit the fuck down and calm down and ask yourself, why do you feel so antsy about that? Why are you worried so much, y'all? If you like doing it, obviously, and eventually you will get there. But before you worry about it so much, y'all, you need to worry about building up your aura, y'all. You need to have a lot of energy to where someone, when they look at you, y'all, it's like you're someone that they can't put their finger around, or there's someone that they can't, and in a way. For instance, when you go around somebody, you might compare them to other people, but they will not be able to compare you to anybody they have encountered if they're not on a frequency like myself or other ones that are chosen, because it's not about that title, nor it's about the way they are and how they look. It's about the energy they carry, the way they walk, the way they talk, and the way they move, y'all. Because that energy is so magnetic, y'all. You will attract beings whether they like you or whether they don't like you, but you're still gonna attract it, because you're walking in your full manhood, y'all. When you are somebody who's truly sober and truly practice this journey, y'all, you will see a lot of attention being thrown at you, y'all. Unwanted attention, should I say, because you're not looking for it, nor you're not going to it, but it still comes your way. It can come in anywhere, y'all. It don't have to be verbally, y'all, but it could be projections. It could be people trying to throw things at you. But this is important, because this is the first step of the law of attraction, y'all. And not only the law of attraction I want to speak about, y'all, but I want to speak on why ever since you woke up, y'all, these motherfuckers, they don't like you, y'all. They literally wish death upon you, or they wish that something the worst happens to you, because you don't give them that time of day to come into your reality, y'all. Or even if they are around you, y'all, you don't communicate like you used to. You know, you're more quiet, more, aware, but, most certainly, y'all, you're more protected because that energy that you've been giving away for eons, y'all, you're finally holding it back, y'all, because it's yours, y'all. Nobody knows what you went through or been through to even obtain this power, y'all. So why are you gonna give it away so freely? That's not what you want to do, family. A lot of people, I see a lot of people talk about, semen retention or holding in your energy, sexual energy. Male and women could do this. If a woman does this for so long, she's not gonna wear no makeup, y'all, because she's gonna have a natural glow like the sun shining in the sky. And all you fucking simps, or most of these men out here who are belittling themselves, y'all, will fall to your feet like the queen you are, but also like the king you are for the men who are starting this as well. And I say this because you didn't need nothing outside of yourself to get this power that you didn't know you had. All it took was for you to build discipline, was for you to trust yourself and to love you first, y'all. That's what we all should be doing, y'all. If you don't do that, you will never see the law of attraction nor anything that you want fall into your life, because you're not putting yourself above everything around you, y'all. Think about it. Say you want a house or a car. Why would that want you if you're wanting that more than you're wanting, yourself, y'all? It's gonna feel like everything around you, in a sense, is losing respect for you. With women, with materialism, with let's just say situations you're in, y'all. It's not gonna ever go in your favor because you can't calm the fuck down. You're too jittery, y'all. You need to just breathe, take it easy, stay present, y'all, because the enemy can't attack you that way. They gotta get you to think about the past or to overlook and overthink about your future by getting you to feel like you're running out of time. Time ain't even real, y'all. And you will see that the more you see the energy rising within you, because now you're gonna look at life so differently, y'all. You will literally be a walking inspiration to people without you making a video, without you talking to them, without you even, trying, because they envy that aura that you walk with, y'all. This shit is real, because this is science before physicality, y'all. Yes, we were taught to live physical our whole lives, but once you find out what science is and you implant it in your life changes, man. But what I was gonna get onto, all these people are talking about their sexual energy on TikTok or on YouTube or on, just other apps. What I'm gonna tell you is, if you're starting this journey and you are not on, a high streak, or you are barely getting on it, I wanna tell y'all, family, when you get on this, y'all, you need to prepare yourself for what the fuck you are doing. You're gonna go through a huge transformation. Not with just you and your purpose, watch, but with your body, the way you think, the way you view life, yo. Your whole avatar is gonna go through transformation before you start transforming in the physical, because everything starts within, then without. So, for the ones getting on this journey, and I wish you the highest of gratitude, y'all. This is literally the way you become a Saiyan, the way you unlock your true strength, y'all. Super Saiyan is when you start working on yourself internally. That's deep meditation, y'all. That's sitting in a plasma like sun or the ball that gives you more energy. That's how you go Super Saiyan, because though you left the world behind, y'all, you left everything behind that's vibrating high that they want to call 5D. You left that shit behind as well, because you're vibrating much higher than the realm and a lot of beings around you. That's exactly why you feel energies or presences, and you might think you feel like it's you. No, it's the ones around you. That's why you must know how to take in that attack, y'all, because that's an attack on you, because the enemy's gonna try to get you to feel like everything is your fault. No, it's not your fault, y'all. It's just you have so much energy that you feel everything and everyone, and even computers and systems, because they vibrate so fucking low, like this device I'm giving y'all this message on. So that's why it is important to have high energy, y'all. Not to attract nobody, not to, show them who you are. No, this is to help the ones that are asleep, because everybody should feel like they have power. Everybody should feel like they are truly living, yo. You're not living if you're living in the ego your whole life, because that's 0.0.1% of what you can actually be. The world ain't gonna tell you this. That's why I gotta tell you this, family. Because they want to buy your energy, y'all. They want you to consume everything in this world. That's so your body can kill itself, for you to feel like it has deteriorated within you to feel comfortable. You don't want to be comfortable, y'all. You naturally don't want to be comfortable. It's what you are consuming on a daily. Whether you are feeding into this false ass media, these fake ass foods, or just these fake ass people in general, y'all. Because we were taught to live in a world full of fakeness, y'all. Why you think when you are real, you're one out of a million, yo? You're like a diamond that has just been carved from the abyss, or from, a place that many can't go to. But as I give y'all this video, y'all, I'm not trying to scare nobody, nor give you, or empower you like you or somebody that's above everybody else. I'm reminding you that in a world where you are humble and you stay humble, you know how powerful you are. And that's why everything comes to you with just a snap of your finger like this. People, places, things you want, it's gonna come to your doorstep, because you're not trying nor chasing it, yo. You just speak how you feel about it, and so it be. Let it be. Let it go, yo. Don't worry, because you're creating tension and you're creating imbalance in yourself, yo. You're supposed to remain balanced, yo, because we are the ones that give the world, literally, yo, purity, yo. This world is no longer pure, because while they've been trying to program y'all with heaven and hell, everybody wants to go to heaven so bad, but they live like they are in hell. That's why I say, y'all, the physical world will lie to you, because we have physical retinas, these pupils, y'all. Anything you look at, it can trick you, y'all, because the genie made it that way. So as I give y'all this video, family, if you are seeking this right here, which is celibacy, not only will it improve your life dramatically, y'all, but you will eventually become someone who enjoys a solitude, and you will be alone, because a lot of people can't, in a way they can't reciprocate that energy back to you, because they're not vibrating high like you. So while you are a naturally peaceful, loving being who will literally get on their knees and bow down to their queen, like these anime characters, right? They can't fathom that, y'all, because they don't have no self-love. They don't work on themselves. They don't go within, y'all. They don't even have the energy that their body needs to feel sophisticated, y'all. When you give that energy away that you want to call lust, you're still killing yourself, y'all. That's why you look like you're dying, or you rely on everything else to make you feel better. But I'm just telling you this because truth overrides, false scenarios, y'all. But if you are practicing this, I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all, have a strong reason to why you chose this path, and to know that once you do this, y'all, there's no going back, y'all. So I don't want y'all to, start one day, go 2 days, go 3 days, and then you give into temptation and you fall off, y'all, because that was many other chosen ones at first, y'all. We all have been there, y'all. We all, try to go high streaks or go long, and we all fail, because what got us? Not the mental power, but the false scenario illusions or the genjutsus that our physical eyes, got deceived by. That's why I'm telling y'all to be aware of what you are looking at, because these eyes can lie to you, y'all. If you don't remember, you have a third eye. So for someone who has been on this journey for years, y'all, that's why I'm able to give y'all this with calmness, not confidence, but in a way I'm confident about how I give the message, and I'm confident in who I am as a being, because I love myself, y'all. That's why I can give everybody else self-love. You might look at it like as I'm doing too much, but no, that's how I feel about myself. That's why I'm able to give that back to other people. And even if they can't give that back to me, whether they're friends, foes, allies, snakes, or demonic entities, y'all, I still made them think about the way I showed them who I was and how I showed up. So in a way you can say it's not an L, but it's truly somebody that stands out from everybody you've encountered, because a being like myself, you might never want to be around, or I'm going to scare the fuck out of those demons and those traumas you have built up within you, because just by me talking or showing up I'm showing you that there's a different side to life, y'all. But we were all like that at once. So that's why I give y'all this video, because this is a powerful download, y'all. The law of attraction starts when you love yourself first, because that's when everything bends to your will. Not saying that you are doing anything bad, but you love yourself. So everybody's gonna want to feel inspired to do the same because of how you treat yourself, y'all. You know, you may not have $1 million. You may not know these fake ass celebrities, or some of them are real, but we're not gonna get on that. But you love yourself, and it shows in how you move. It shows in your aura. It shows in the impact that others have around you. That's why they, are always happy. They smile. When you talk to women outside, even if they are having a bad day because some thirsty ass dude try to hit on them, they gonna smile. They gonna want to talk to you. They gonna be concerned, or they gonna feel like who is he? And you're just gonna feel like a demon lord. You're gonna feel like a straight demon lord, or you're gonna feel like Rimuru, yo, when he was like this, and you did not give a fuck. Not because you don't care about no one, because it is what it is, y'all. I'm so confident in myself that how you feel about me, I will feel, wholesome. But it doesn't change the fact about how I feel within. So it's not gonna make or break me, y'all. There's a lot of women, y'all, that you may adore, right? That if you go around them, you might shatter, or they might break your spirit, or crush your ego because you a simp. You care too much. You're worried about what they are doing. And that's why you're never gonna get them, because you can't put all this energy back into yourself, y'all, and let that energy make them feel something for you, because that aura signifies peace. If you don't have an aura, y'all, no woman's gonna truly want to be with you, y'all, because you're not giving her stability. Stability is not in materialism. It's in your presence, y'all. Your presence is what truly makes someone feel wholesome or divinely guided, because if you have a strong presence, y'all, it don't matter who's trying to come after you, kill you, or erase you, y'all. They're not gonna be able to get near y'all because of those spiritual forces that work with you. The people you can't see that are behind you, which are your angels, ancestors, the shadow like noob that you might want to, high five, y'all. And they work it, and they are more tapped in, and they help you more so whenever they see that you are truly getting back to your organic life state, which is a being who puts them first. So this is why I give you this video, y'all. This was powerful, man. I hope it has helped somebody, but whether you are a woman, take heed in that, family. But whether you are a woman or a male, and you want to be a king or queen, it only starts with you staying organically, keeping that energy in you, no matter how hard it may be, y'all. If you can get through that hump, you will thank yourself, man. I promise you, because all it takes is strength, y'all. I'm not talking about this strength right here, this strength. No, I'm talking about this strength right here, man. Because once you find that peace within you, whatever's outside of you can't fully distract you, because you are aware, you have consciousness on your side, and the mission's got to get out here regardless, y'all. It's got to get fulfilled. Somebody's got to fulfill it, y'all. And so far, how I live and how I live, I ain't never seen nobody take this mission on. That's why I call it Mission Impossible, y'all, because while you are speaking of a whole different reality, because you live in a whole different, or reside in a whole different dimension, they don't understand what the fuck you're talking about, y'all, because you will never get it if you're not on the frequency like myself. No other way around that, y'all. You can still love being around me and talking to me, but you won't understand this cosmic download, this cosmic intellect, because you don't see yourself as a cosmic being, because you don't have that power within you to feel. That's why I'm telling y'all, the keys is in your hand. The ball is in your court. But it's for you to decide whether you want to home run it or strike out, But I love y'all, family. All I want is for y'all to be safe, stay humble, and know that nobody can fuck with you truly when you know yourself. But I say, y'all.